Hey guys, this is Pratik from Mr. Phone, and you've probably seen a lot of videos telling you why the iPhone SE 2020 is a great buy. Now, it's got the latest A13 processor from Apple, it is the cheapest iPhone from Apple, it has a very compact form factor, and so on and so forth. But I'm going to play the devil's advocate for a second, and I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't buy the iPhone SE 2020. So guys, without any further ado, let's jump right in. Now, say what you will about the iPhone SE 2020, but the smartphone leaves a lot to be desired in the design department. Now, Apple had a lot of time to come up with the second generation SE, and what they pretty much did was slap the internals of the iPhone 11 series into a chassis that looks more or less like the iPhone 6. I mean, not even the iPhone 6, this was actually the good series of iPhones which came with a headphone jack, which the SE 2020 does not. So, you see, people buy an iPhone because they want to stand out, and the iPhone SE 2020 is not going to help you do that. With the iPhone SE 2020, I feel that Apple has basically taken the most boring approach to Apple's one of the most exciting products, which is disappointing. Now, unlike what its name suggests, the display on the iPhone SE 2020 is far from what you'd get from a smartphone launched in 2020. Now, for one, the display comes with only an HD Plus resolution, which has always been a point of contention for me. I mean, you're already charging the consumers so much, so why not just give them a more pixel-dense display? Now, secondly, and more importantly, even if you look beyond the HD Plus resolution on the iPhone SE 2020, then you have to understand that the display is bordered by very thick bezels and it is capped at 60 Hz. So, trust me when I say this, a lot of people were saying that, okay, the SE 2020 is going to be a great option for Android buyers to migrate to, finally get into the Apple ecosystem, but somebody has used something like this, or even the Realme 6 for that matter, which is a budget Android smartphone with 90 Hz refresh rate, is going to struggle using the display on the iPhone SE 2020. You want to know why smartphones like the Samsung Galaxy Note actually got popular in the first place? Well, it's because smartphone OEMs realized that there's only so much that you can do with a small display phone. Now, don't get me wrong, I know that a lot of people are buying the iPhone SE 2020 because they want a small form factor phone. And if you're in that category, then great. You cannot get a more reliable and more compact powerful flagship than the SE 2020, for sure. But if you're enticed by the smartphone's A13 Bionic processor or its speedy performance, then let me ask you, what are you actually going to do with it? I mean, it's not like you can run two apps on the SE's tiny display in the first place, and if you're going to game a lot on the phone, then I mean, half of the screen real estate on the phone is going to be covered up by your fingers. Now, iPhones generally have great battery life, and I'm sure that the SE 2020 is also going to put up great screen on time numbers. But the smartphone still ships with a 5-watt charging brick out of the box, and that means that you'll have to stay tethered to the wall for a very long time for your phone to hit 100%. And as for the 18-watt charging brick that is sold separately, well, that's pretty much the box standard in every Android phone, no matter how budget it is. So I'm going to level with you here. The 12 megapixel main camera on the iPhone SE 2020, yeah, that's going to be excellent, especially when you pair it with the A13 chip. But it's not going to be remotely as versatile as what you'd get with competing Android phones. Take the Realme X50 Pro, which comes with a 64 megapixel main sensor, a telephoto sensor, an ultra wide sensor, and a macro camera as well. Now, imagine how many times you're going to have to ask your friends to fit in tighter in the frame, or maybe just walk closer to the subject to take a photo from the iPhone SE 2020. It's a lot of work really. So in conclusion, the iPhone SE 2020 is a great smartphone, and the purpose of this video is not to berate on it. See, my point is that you should not go out and buy the iPhone SE 2020 just because it is the cheapest iPhone you can buy right now. See, the iPhone SE 2020 has a very defined use case, and it is meant for people who want a small smartphone. So if you watch a lot of movies or play a lot of games on your phone or multitask heavily on your device, then you're already not the target audience for this phone. So guys, that wraps up my 2 cents on the iPhone SE 2020. Do let me know in the comments below if you agree with what I had to say or if you don't. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Until next time, this is Pratik from Mr. Phone signing off.